The Xpeng G7 is not much of an improvement over the G6 except for one important attribute. Because in most of the aspects it is quite similar to the G6. It is based on the same platform as the G6, albeit with increased length of around 6 inches more. This will liberate some additional boot space, although the G6 already has an impressive 571-litre boot. Occupant space will be more or less similar, given the identical wheelbase, but that too is already excellent in the G6. Why mend it if it ain't broken? But that doesn't mean that Xpeng has not made any improvements based on customers' feedback. They have done some much-needed upgrades to the interiors which are a bit too bland in the G6. There's a subtle chrome garnish on the steering wheel, the floor console, and around the AC vents. The touch screen is a little bigger than the G6, with better hardware as well. There's more premium upholstery, and even the rear seats are expected to get ventilation in them. Battery sizing has been revised, with the standard range getting a slightly bigger 69 kilowatt-hour battery, while the long-range model getting a smaller 81 kilowatt-hour capacity. This has caused a 22 kilometer increase in the base model's range, but a drop of 53 kilometers in the higher model. The motor offerings have been rationalized with a slightly more powerful 292 HP motor, regardless of the battery size. Weight has gone up by 50 to 100 kilos. So the performance is expected to remain in the same ballpark. There is no improvement in charging speed, which again is already great in the G6. However, Xpeng should have taken a leaf out of BYD's playbook and offered charging ports on both sides of the G7. This would have helped cut down the waiting time at a lot of those stations where the chargers have 150 kilowatts of max output. Last but not the least is the question of price. In Australia, the prices cannot be higher than what the G6 retails for right now. The reason being that comparable BYDs are already priced very close to the G6. Rather, expect the G6 prices to be dropped when the G7 makes its debut. In the UK, the G7 is expected to be around £5,000 dearer than the G6, because the G6 already undercuts equivalent BYDs by a big margin, and even the G7 at that higher price would still undercut the C-Line 7. The biggest change, however, is the G7 transitioning to an all-vision self-driving system like Tesla. Even the G6 will be transitioning to this new system with deletion of the expensive lidars. That increases the probability of a price cut even further. Thanks a ton for watching till the end. Check out this controversial video that we have published recently. And please type out all your criticisms and disagreements in the comment box below. We absolutely enjoy replying to each and every one of them.